Hi everybody, welcome back. As you know, for the past few weeks I've been traveling. It's been quite the time traveling, and if some of you managed to, I decided to sneak in an episode of Watch Me Wednesday last week. It was an impromptu Watch Me Wednesday on location at Batiks Plus. So if you haven't had the chance to see that episode, definitely go back and look at it. I did post it. I took you on a tour of Batiks Plus in St. Louis, Missouri. Hi everybody, welcome in. So I was just saying that, I've been away for a few weeks, but I did do an impromptu video last week on Wednesday at Batiks Plus in St. Louis, Missouri. So that was kind of fun. If you hadn't had a chance to watch it, hey, Michelle, nice to see you. I hope to see you at Market next week. But I'm back. I'm back for episode 39. It's a very busy time of the year for me because Quilt Market is coming up next week. And I'm going to be introducing a new fabric line, new patterns. Some of you have probably seen a few little things that I've put on my Facebook about it. And so I'm really pleased to be introducing that at Market. So I am going to give you all a sneak peek of what I will be introducing at Market. Thanks, Sue. It's good to be back, really. It's nice to be home. I feel productive. Sometimes, when you're away, you get, you feel like you've been away from home, and I've been away from home for a little bit, and I'm actually going away next week to Portland, Oregon, to Quilt Market. Who all is going to be at Quilt Market? I know that some of you who watch will be at Quilt Market. Let me know. I will be in the Island Batik booth. So please stop by. I'll be doing a schoolhouse as well and a take and teach. So if you're so inclined, I would love to see you at Quilt Market. I'll be there a very short time. I'll be there from Wednesday. I'll be coming in on Wednesday, and I'm flying out on early Sunday morning, because then I'm home for 5 days, and then I go on a quilting cruise with Stitch in Heaven, and I can't wait to do that. I'm teaching a quilt from my book, so maybe some of you are going to be there too. Oh, good. Michelle will be there walking the floor. No booth this time. Okay, great. I hope to see you definitely, Michelle. Please, maybe we can do lunch or something. That would be fantastic. Anyway, so now that you're all in, if you want to hit the share button, I'm going to be announcing the new Quilt Along. And you guys all voted. I put up a poll in the Quilt Along group, as well as on my Canton Village CVQuiltworks Facebook page. So you all are the ones who voted. I gave you a few choices, and you spoke loud and clear. At first, I couldn't believe it. When I tallied up the votes on both pages, there was an actual tie. So we had to do a runoff. So there was a tie between the Diamonds in the Rough pattern and the Island Breeze pattern. And you all spoke loud and clear after I gave you that runoff as far as which one you would prefer to have as the next Quilt Along. By the way, speaking of the Quilt Alongs, all of you who have been participating in the Mountains and Plains Quilt Along, I absolutely love all your versions of the quilt. It looks fantastic. If you have not seen some of the versions, make sure you go hop on over after the video broadcast and look at those versions on the Quilt Along. Yes, you're all sending them love. Some of them are so different than what was on the cover, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit too after I reveal the new Quilt Along. So hit the share button, because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to announce the new Quilt Along pattern for you all, okay? I'm going to dive down here because I have the quilt down here. I kind of kept it off camera. I didn't want it hanging behind me because then you'd all see it. So hang on. Here I go. I'm going to disappear. All right, you ready? You ready, everyone? So the new Quilt Along is Diamonds in the Rough. Woohoo! You guys are going to be doing Diamonds in the Rough. So this is the quilt. I don't know how much of it you can see because I'm behind it, but here's the pattern. This is what you all voted for, Diamonds in the Rough. This is what is going to be the new Quilt Along. And as an incentive too for you all to get involved in the Quilt Along, I have put the pattern on sale. So the pattern normally retails for $9.50. It's on sale on my site, which I will be putting the link in above me on the Facebook page for the pattern. The pattern is on sale for $8. You can get it as a PDF download or you can get the hard copy, and they're all in booklet form and the all color graphics and instructions, so you'll get to see everything in either the PDF download or the printed pattern. So choose your poison, whichever you prefer to have. If you like to have the little booklet in hand, great. If you want the PDF download, that's fine too. And they're both on sale for $8. And I will, again, put that link. So the new Quilt Along is Diamonds in the Rough, so it's a lot of fun. But I got a few things to tell you about it that I think are going to be really helpful for all of you. So one of the cool things about this particular quilt, Diamonds in the Rough, is that it is available in Quiltster. I know I've spoken about Quiltster before. Quiltster is a program where you can go, it's not a quilt design program, but it allows you to go in, take this pattern because it's in there, and mock up your quilt in the fabrics, the actual fabrics that you would like to use to see if you're going to like it before you make it. Then what it will do is it will spit the exact amount of yardages that you need to create this quilt in your fabrics or in whatever fabrics that you choose from Quiltster, because they have almost every manufacturer in there, and you can choose some of my batiks. That would be fabulous. But there's K-Facet in there. There's Tulip Pink. There's well, you name it, they're there. Kona Solids are there. You can mock up the quilt to see what you want it to look like, and you can keep changing it. And you can get several different versions if you want. So before you actually make the quilt, you'll see it, what it's gonna look like. And you can even load in fabrics from your own stash simply by taking your smartphone, snapping a picture, and then uploading it to Quiltster, which is cool. And I'll put the link for Quiltster above me so that you guys can play with that prior to the beginning of the Quilt Along. So you can start thinking about what you want it to look like. And then once you've got it down to what you want to look like, you can print out the yardages that you need. So say you have fabric in your stash that you want to use, but you only have a little bit. It's going to tell you if that's enough for you to use. If you have a lot, it's going to tell you how much to cut down, because that's the cool thing about Quiltster. So I would love to see by the way, when you mock them up in Quiltster, it would be awesome if you shared it to the Quilt Alongs page, Quilt Alongs with Canton Village Quiltworks. If you share it with us so that we can see, and we can also give you our opinions on that. And when you're pulling fabrics, just like we did with the Mountains and Plains Quilt Along, it was really, really fun to see what fabrics you were all thinking of using, because a lot of people did offer opinions as to what they thought it might look like, or if you were thinking of doing a green background versus a blue background, and you had all your other fabrics in there. People offered opinions as to what they thought might look nicer. So that could help you or sway you one way versus the other. So that would be awesome if you could start sharing your fabrics too in the Quilt Alongs page. So anyway, so again, this is our new Quilt Along. The other question I have for you, and you can write it in the comments here, is we're not going to start the Quilt Along until just at it's going to be either July 4th or July 11th. And the reason being is because I'm away next Wednesday. Then I'm home only for 1 week, and then I go away again. and then we have family coming in, and then I'm away again at Vermont Quilt Festival. For those of you who don't know about Vermont Quilt Festival, or if you're in New England, or if you're going to Vermont Quilt Festival, I'm teaching there in June, and I'm also one of their feature lecturers. I'd love to have you in one of my classes. That'd be fantastic. So check that out. But I'll be away in June. So July is wide open for me. So I can really focus on doing a great job for you all for this next Quilt Along, because I want to make sure I give it my all for you. So you just have to tell me, would you prefer me to start on July 4th or July 11th? That would be fantastic. That would help me prepping to do the Quilt Along for you. So just put it in a comment. Anyway, so then I wanted to cover a couple more things. So I know you all like freebies, right? So I don't know if you've all seen my post that I put up the other day. I have another free pattern for you on my website. And I've got the quilt here. I'm going to disappear again. Up, and my quilt inspector number 2 is here, and he's meowing. I don't know if you hear him. And my quilt inspector number 1 is over in the window, checking out things outside. Anyway, here's my free pattern for you. So this is a part of it. Okay, so this is called Picket Fences, and it was made with my Fresh Pickins fabric collection from Island Batik, and it is available for you right now on my website as a free pattern download that you can take, and you can put it together and piece it. I would love for you to do that and post some pictures. There's one other free pattern there. You could post pictures here on the page, or you could post them in the Quilt Along even. That'd be fabulous. But this pattern is a simple pattern. It's 2 blocks, and it's called Picket Fences, and it's a fun one to do. So I would love to see your version. So go ahead and grab that pattern, and I will put a link right above me when I'm all done, so you have a direct link for it if you can't find it. But if you want to go there right after the video, before I post this, you can go hover over the Patterns tab on my website, and you'll see a drop-down menu, and it will say Free Patterns. Just click on that, and there's 2 there for you to get. You can click on the link right above the pattern, the title of the pattern, and it'll give you that link. My poor baby is over here meowing at me. He wants my attention. I guess because I was away so long, my babies just want my attention, and I'm gonna have to give it to him soon, I guess. But before I go away today, I want to give you another sneak peek. Remember, I told you I'm going to Quilt Market next week, so I'm introducing some new patterns, and I'm also introducing a new fabric line as well. So this fabric line, I'm going to tell you right now, it will not be available until the fall. So Quilt Market is where the shops come in and they purchase the fabric and the patterns. The patterns that I have will be available on my site after Quilt Market. So they will be there. You can get them ahead of time, but you have to wait for the fabric until the fall. So I'm going to show you some of the fabric. I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see, because I kind of have them laid out here. And there's just, it's not the entire line, it's some of the line, and it's called All Aflutter. So I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see. All right, so this is the fabric. Pretty pinks, purples, turquoise. We've got raindrops. We've got dragonflies. We've got birds. We've got pink birds. We've got more dragonflies. We've got honeycomb. We've got flowers. And we've got more flowers. And more raindrops. And more birds. And some pink flowers. And some more honeycombs. And we've got this really pretty flowered neutral light one. Some more dragonflies, some more birds, and some more honeycombs. And there's more too. I just don't have them all because what happens is when I make the quilts for Quilt Market, I run out of them because they only do a limited amount of the fabric prior to Quilt Market. And so I have to work with what I have. So this is a little bit of what's left for you all to see. So you're getting a little sneak peek, right? How many of you love dragonflies and butterflies and birds? So if you like this collection, tell your local quilt shop to come and see me at the Island Batik booth in Spring Market next week in Portland, Oregon, because I would love to show them the fabric and the patterns that I've designed around it. So I'm gonna go ahead and face the camera back up so you can see my ugly mug. So anyway, so that's the fabric line that I'm gonna be introducing at Quilt Market, along with new patterns. So there's some fresh, bright, spring-like patterns that I'll be introducing, and I hope you all like them too. If you so desire, I think there was one post on my Facebook page that I referenced those patterns and the fabric line. If you scroll back through the post, I think I did it last week, you can see a little glimpse of what I will be introducing at Market. And of course, while I'm at Market, I will be posting pictures, possibly doing some live videos, not a Watch Me Wednesday per se, because I don't know when they're gonna be. So keep an eye out for that I will be doing probably a few videos and posting some pictures of some of the happenings at Quilt Market. But if you're going, would love to see you. Please don't hesitate to stop by. I always like to say hi. So in recap today, just so for those of you who have joined us late, this is the new Quilt Along pattern, Diamonds in the Rough. It is on sale, $8 on my website, PDF download or in the booklet. And love to have you join in, but I need your vote here, right down there in the comment section, right along the bottom. If you could vote for either beginning it on July 4th or July 11th, because those are the next 2 Watch Me Wednesdays that I am going to actually have the entire month of July free to devote to the Quilt Along. So I just need your vote. So definitely share this, because if there's other people you know who might want to get involved in the Quilt Along, love to have them in. And in the meantime, you can start mocking up your quilt in Quiltster. I will put the link above there, and you can go into Quiltster, start mocking it up. Now, Quiltster is an application that is a subscription-based application. You can choose to do it for 1 month for I think it's $9.99, or you can choose to sign up for a year. There's quite a few of my patterns in there. There's Judy Niemeyer patterns in there, as well as Cindy McCracken patterns. And I believe they're going to be getting other designers in too as well. So if you want to just try it for 1 month, that's great. You could try it for 1 month and mock up several versions of this. You can use unlimited for that entire month, and then print off your yardage requirements for what you mocked up, and using your fabrics or whatever fabrics you choose to select from what they have in Quiltster. So it's pretty cool. So I'll put the link for that up there. And also, don't forget to get my free pattern picket fences on my website, and I will put the link above me too. So I'm glad to be back, albeit a short time, because I'll be away next Wednesday. No Watch Me Wednesday next week, but it'll be a week after I will be back. But stay tuned for maybe some live broadcasts from the Quilt Market floor. Would love to see you, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. I'm having a fantastic week here in Arizona. I'm glad to be home. It's warm. You can see I'm wearing a little sundress. I love to get out my summery dresses. How many of you love that too? I'm actually going to be making, at the end of the week, I'm going to be creating something that you may not know about me, but before I was a quilter, I was a garment maker. So I am going to be making 2 sundresses out of some gorgeous Island Batik rayon fabric that I will be wearing, hopefully at Quilt Market. I don't know how warm it's going to be in Portland, but I'll probably wear them. But if I can't, I'll be wearing them here for sure. because that's what I've been living in the past few days. I love living in a nice sundress. So stay tuned. I'll probably put posts of them when I get them all done. So, hey, Kel. Oh, I'm so glad you love to listen to me, Kel, because I can't go back and listen to myself. You know how you just don't like to listen to yourself on video? I don't know how many of you are like that. Anyway, I wish you all a fantastic Wednesday, and I can't wait to see you next week at Quilt Market. So if you're there, please stop and see me either in the booth, in the Island Batik booth, at Schoolhouse, or in my Take and Teach. I would love to say hello. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.